Hey, everybody. Here we are again. Third time today. We have, wow, we've had some amazing interviews today. And here we are again with another one. And I have another amazing speaker here that's going to be at our event. I'm going to introduce you to him here in a second. We are so very blessed. I continue to say it with the speakers that we have. And you get to know them as we do these short interviews. And it's so exciting. You know, one of the things that you guys see a lot of stuff with Amazon, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about Ryan. Those of you who know, we were both in Houston during Hurricane Harvey. And not only is Ryan amazing in wholesale and everything else that he does, but he was in the rescuer plan, whatever, rescue crew, right? Helping people during this very, it was one of the most terrible things that I've ever been through myself. It's just tornado warnings, you know, every 4 or 5 minutes in one night, where it was just so terrible. And here we are, you know, we're all out. And then I look and I see Ryan rescuing people, you know, bringing in his truck, bringing in goods, bringing in stuff. So, you know, when I tell you guys that these are handpicked speakers, it's not just because they're good at wholesale and Amazon and all this kind of stuff, but it's good because they are people that have a heart of gold. And so, like I say, and I'm going to say it again, like, you know, we didn't just go in the street and say, hey, do you want to come speak at our event? These are handpicked speakers. You don't hear them very much because, you know, they're busy, probably serving people and doing good. And so I'm just so excited to bring to you guys that, you know, people that are normally not on stage, and they're able to, you know, shower us with their knowledge and their tips. So, you know, Ryan is full of knowledge. He just, you know, made it through that hurricane like a champion. And then even though, you know, he'll tell you his story about it, but, you know, they moved to Longview, which is 2 hours from a town called Hemp Hill, which is where I used to live. I don't know if you know where that is, but it's a small little town of 1,000 people. And I'm just, you know, I know exactly where Longview is. He just got his new house. If you guys follow him on Facebook, you should. If you don't follow him, you should. And it's a very inspiring story, you know, to go from where he was and to make it to where he is today with his Wholesale Universe. But it's not even just so much that. It's like picking up the pieces, even though it's hard, you know, like during this hurricane stuff, you know, he made it through, took his family, came out with a champ, helped other people along the way. I mean, you know, you don't find very many people like that. So I am very honored and blessed. I mean, one more story about him, you know, during this hurricane also, I had some pillows, some bamboo pillows that I had as a private label in it. We ended up just donating, and he had some in his warehouse of our pillows, and, you know, he was helping with that and just distributing everything. And just, if there was some kind of help or rescue during the hurricane, Ryan was there. And I just so proud to be a Houstonian and know that he was part of that rescue crew. And it just makes me so proud to have him speaking on our stage. Simplezonseller live event here in Houston in 2 weeks, Houston Sugarland area, April 27th and 28th. If you don't have your tickets, I'm telling you, he's going to post a link here soon. Oh, go ahead and post it, Ryan. If you don't have your tickets, go ahead and post the tickets to the live event, because it is selling out. Every time we do one of these videos, there's more tickets go. And, you know, we may have to, you know, just put you guys to live stream and recording. So I'm just super proud of him. He's got a great business. He does many different things. And he, like I say, is all about helping. You know, he showed that not just, you know, he wasn't doing the hurricane stuff so that you guys can see him doing that. He was doing that because he truly cares about people. He cares about you.
Social media saved Houston down there. It really did.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so crazy. So you know, he's going to post a link. Him along with 21 other speakers will be there. I'm just so proud to call him a friend and a business partner and a speaker at my first Amazon event. So, Ryan, thanks for coming on. You're going to post a link soon. We have 11 viewers coming on. This is going to, you know, there's people coming on live, and this is also going to be, you know, it'll be on here where people can watch it later. And so there's the link in the comments. I'm going to show it in so that you guys can see it on as we're interviewing. I'll leave it on there there we go, a little bit. It's not distraction. It's not a distraction, but sometimes it is. And so anyway, without any more further ado and me talking, I mean, you guys, so proud to know him and honored. And Brian, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business and a little bit, of what you might be talking about. Give us a little teaser of what may be happening on stage in a few weeks right here in Houston. So you go ahead and start.
Well, first of all, thanks for the introduction. That was awesome. I don't think that I could have given any better introduction for myself if it would have been planned and written. So that was really awesome. I'm looking forward to coming back down there. It's awesome that you had the same experience in mind when it comes to certain things that I do. Since we moved from Houston after Hurricane, we actually moved from Houston right before Hurricane Harvey. And that in itself was a crazy experience. It really wasn't planned. It was like right at the end of July, we decided we wanted to move. We found a place. And then 5 days or like 4 days before Hurricane Harvey hit, we had the move planned. And we were on the way up to Dallas, and we were hearing reports about, Hurricane Harvey's out in the Gulf churning. And I was like, man, this is pretty crazy right here. Because, if it goes up into the Gulf or into even into Mexico, it's going to come up and we're going to get some rain down in Houston. So I was thinking, okay, no big deal. Maybe not a big hurricane. We're going to get out of the way of a lot of rain. Whew, made it past that one. And me and Bonnie even joked on the way up to Dallas. And I remember her reminding me about this, that I was like, no matter what, we're out of Houston now. That's not my problem. And that's how, you approach things. As I'm moving with my family, I've got 2 boys now. I'm not in the Marine Corps like I used to be. I've got 2 little boys in a business and responsibilities. We were moving to Dallas, and that was what it was. So that happened. And 4 or 5 days later, I remember waking up Sunday, and we weren't working that day. Obviously, everybody's off down in Houston. And I remember waking up, and I was like, oh, man, this is bad. I remember it hitting Houston on Sunday, or hitting Southwest Texas on that Sunday and starting to move over. And then it just got over Houston and just stuck there. And I remember, and I have images on my phone, and I should go back and post them on this link, the images that I took at that time of the radar. And it just showed Southwest Houston, Houston, Northwest Houston, Northeast Houston, everybody just getting hit and pounded with these rain bands. And I'm thinking to myself, I remember back in 2016 when it flooded down there, in 2017 early when it flooded down there too. And I remember that I was looking at it, I was like, we didn't even have that much rain. It was just a long rain band that came through there that caused the city to flood before that. And so I was like, I know if the city flooded before that, it's definitely going to flood with this hurricane. And then Monday morning rolls around, and I'm on my way to the office to work at that time. And on the way to the office, I'm telling Bonnie, she was like, you don't need to go down there. We're calling our staff. But we have staff that's unaccounted for at that time. And so we're wondering what's going on. And I go to the office, and I drive into the parking lot, the garage. I'll never forget this. Driving into the garage, and as soon as I drive in the garage, I'm thinking, you selfish. Like you're just selfish right now. And I turned around, and I came home. And as soon as I walked to the door there in Dallas, Bonnie looked at me. She's like, you're going to Houston, aren't you? And I was like, I am. And I have no choice. Like that's our people down there. When I first went into business, those were the people that came and did business.
Uh-oh. Hold on, Ryan. He's going to come back on here in a minute. You can come and say hi if you want to. Okay. Let me see. It kind of died. He's coming back on. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the problem is. We're going to be bringing Ryan back on. He's just reloading. There you go. You're back.
All right, perfect. So
okay.
That was on my end. I should have pushed refresh a little bit quicker. Sorry about that.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I think you were telling a story about the hurricane when you were coming back or whatever.
Yeah, so I just decided to go down there. I called one of my buddies up that was living in Dallas about a mile above me, and I said, hey, man, I'm going to Houston. And he was like, good, because I was thinking about going too. And so we went to Academy, bought a boat, and just got on social media and realized what the power of social media was already in business. And so I was like, if you can make a lot of money on social media in business, then obviously you can make a lot of waves trying to impact personal lives, especially with those close around you. So we got right on the social media, into the local buy, sell, and trade groups there in Conroe, and started putting out our personal number, and we headed down to Houston. So we headed down there with just a shell of a boat. But by the time we got there, because of social media, we had a motor, we had gas, we had the hoses and the lines and the hookups, we had life jackets, we had everything we needed to go down there and do a rescue job. Because of social media. And so that's why I love this platform. That's why I love using it for business. But more so, that's why we used it to do everyday things like save other people's lives and help each other out. So absolutely love the platform. Have nothing but great to say about it. There were some awesome things that happened during Hurricane Harvey. Saw some really nasty things down there. And I know that you did as well. Some things that I never would have imagined that the city of Houston would have had to see and endure. Some of the awesome things, watch Mattress Mac over there with Gallery Furniture and what they did to help the city. J.J. Watt and what he did to help the city down there as well. Y'all winning, Houston winning the World Series down there. It was just a great year for the people coming together down there. So not a great year for the hurricane and stuff like that, but as far as people coming together, it was awesome to see. And I love every single time that we go back down to Houston.
Absolutely. It's never forgotten. So, but anyway, we're so excited that you're coming to the event. Tell us a little bit about what what Wholesale Universe might be, or what you might give us a little teaser on what you might be, leaking out some tips, or what you might be talking to us about.
Absolutely. So, obviously, I'm going to be speaking within my line of what I know about on Amazon. I'm also going to be bringing some stuff that will help you with sales offline as well. I'm going to be talking to people about how we started a successful retail store. Now, actually, how we have 2 successful retail stores, opening a 3rd one as well. So the power of taking that online with your sales on Amazon, and how we created 3 successful offline retail stores using Amazon as well, because Amazon was the base for everything and still is. And just, you can't beat the traffic on Amazon. So I'm going to talk about wholesale as well, with not only Wholesale Universe products and services, but products and services that you can go find elsewhere as well. There's places like Alibaba. You have other suppliers, not just with me, that offer Walmart loads, that offer Kmart loads, that offer Target loads. You can go find these suppliers that offer these products, whether it's one specific product at a time or multiples of the same products, especially when it comes to private labeling. I don't know a ton about private labeling, but I have been in the wholesale game long enough to know that if I wanted to go private label a product, I could. And we do have a couple of private label products that we're working on, sub companies that we're partnering with. And I'd just like to share my knowledge of how we built a multi-million-dollar company from a 3rd-story, 2-bedroom apartment here at Wholesale Universe.
I don't know if you guys caught that last part, but I love hearing stories of, here's where I was, here's where I am now, because it gives everybody hope. There's not people that come in here and just say, I already have, inheritance, and I have all this money and I'm going to make it. You heard what he said, is starting from a 3-bedroom apartment. You're like, I just came back from China. I met a guy that, had zero knowledge about Shopify, which was another thing we'll be talking about. But you get these people that come together at this event, such as Ryan, who are sharing their humble stories with you. But then you look at them now and look at them. I mean, they're successful. I mean, I didn't know he had 3. I learn something every time I interview these speakers. I'm just like, I know who they are, of course, because I invited them to speak, but I'm just continue to be blown away by the things that that they're doing. I mean, 3 retail stores, that's amazing. And for him to have these, different contacts that he has, that he's going to teach us about wholesale and things that we can private label, and just make it all together. And yes, it's important to learn, all things Amazon, different things, but you can also learn how to sell off of Amazon. And for him to say that that's some of the things that he's going to teach us, that's pretty amazing. There's a lot of ways to be made out there.
About that as well. And I feel like that's one of the important things, Joy, is to teach. Why do you need to know not only Amazon, but more than Amazon as well? And one of my good friends that commented on here, Adam Black, he's one of the guys that I met out at ASD last year. And I've known about him online, but I finally got to meet him in person. Has a ton of knowledge when it comes to Shopify. And he actually, it was last April or last March when he told me of 2017, he's like, hey, man, no matter what you're doing with Amazon, you've got to get on Shopify. You've got to put your business on Shopify because you've got to be able at some point to collect those names, phone numbers, and email addresses. Because if it all went away, you're still going to have email. You can still reach out to somebody. You can still send them a sales letter or a content letter or just keep in touch with them. But you've got to have the name, phone number, and that email address. And so he taught me about Shopify and crazy story. And we'll probably get into it a little bit while I'm there. I actually got shut down on Amazon from a competitor that it took me 7 months to get open back up. And if I wouldn't have been expanded outside of Amazon, my business might not have lasted. But because I had retail stores, because I knew how to sell in the Facebook marketplace, because I had a Shopify store, because I had other websites, I was able to stay afloat because Amazon was just one of the ways that I made money. So Amazon's a great platform. We ended up appealing that straight to Jeff Bezos, and because of the invoices we had, the paperwork that we had, we got open right back up, but we didn't know about that for 7 months, and it took that long to get open back up. So I want to teach people that Amazon's a great place to be on, and now since then, I've made over $250,000 off that since then. However, if it's not there, you have to have other areas open. This is exactly how to do it, and Amazon is the exact way to start doing it.
You're kind of freezing up again, Ryan.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but yeah, I'm frozen. So reload. Yeah, it's reload. Okay. Hold on, stay with us. Story. All right, we're back. We'll wait on Ryan. We're going to wait on Ryan to come back. But, as you can see, he was talking to you guys about how he was, off of Amazon for 7 to 8 months. How many of us did that happen to us and that lasted that long would we have given up? And so, wow, that's amazing. Because, okay, you're back. I was just talking about you. I was just telling them about how, imagine if that was you and you had your Amazon account and after a month you just said, you know what, I'm going to give up. Ryan stuck in there for 7 months. I can't even imagine. But because he has multiple streams of income, which is what we're teaching at this event, I'm going to put this link back up for the, there's a link right underneath us right here where you can register for the event, Simplezonseller, right here in Houston. It teaches you multiple ways to earn money because, if he had all his eggs in one basket with Amazon and he was shut down for 7 months, nobody can really make it unless you have savings or another side job that you're doing. But because he had multiple streams of income, which was smart of him, he made it. And I'm so proud of you. I didn't know that either, Ryan. That's amazing for you to stick that long and hold that out to get your Amazon account, back up and running. I
love Amazon. I wasn't going to let it throw me out of there that easily. So that's when we started learning, multiple ways to be on Amazon. And once I figured out that Amazon can kick you off, and we all know that there's ways around that. But we all want to do it the right way. So I stuck it out, and I wanted that account. One, because that account was a grandfathered account as well, and I really wanted to have it. So we finally got it back. Obviously, we just had to provide the correct invoices and documentation. But that's sometimes one of the reasons that it took that long is because I went through the appeal process, and I made Amazon tell me no 3 times. And that way, when I did go to Jeff Bezos, I had a good case, and I said, here's my paperwork. It all lines up. The appeal process told me no 3 times. Now why? And boom, same day, open back up. And the funny story about that, what I want to tie it into, is the morning that we went down the morning that we were down in Houston, that we were off of Westheimer, and Willcrest right there. That's when it flooded on the corner of Westheimer and Willcrest. We were the second boat down there that morning, and we went and pulled 50, men. It was mainly women, but men and women out of a nursing home that they completely forgot about. So it was the morning that we were doing something good, and I got that email after 7 months directly from Jeff Bezos' team that we were open back up. So it's like one of those things that you're doing the right thing and you got rewarded at the same time for doing the right thing. I love it, man. I kept up with Amazon, never quit. One of the things that I realized I should have had, and if you don't have it out there and you're listening, is Amazon insurance. It costs like $10, $15, $25 a month or something like that, and can protect you all the way up to $10,000 per day. Wow. If I would have had that, as soon as I got reinstated, I would have been paid out by Amazon, I would have been paid out by the insurance company $88,000 immediately right then into my account. Wow. Because of what we were doing. But because I didn't have Amazon insurance, which was $25 a day. Now that I look at it, $25 a month, or maybe $35 a month, it really doesn't matter now that I know what I know. But if I would have had Amazon insurance through Kenny Boardman, is who the guy I have it through now, I would have had a direct payout. So it's one of those things that I want to talk about as well, and just things that you might not know that you should know that can definitely save you a lot of money or help you make a lot of money on the Amazon platform. So yes, there's bad in everything, but you can take a bad situation or something that could potentially be bad and make 5 other ways of it being good and profitable. So like I said, since then, we've made over $250,000 on Amazon and haven't looked back. And we've helped a lot of people do the same thing on Amazon as well. And that's what we look forward to doing in the future.
Wow, that is such an inspiring story. That just, again, guys, yes, we're talking Amazon, but you can hear his passion about, look, it was a simple thing as far as like the insurance that he was talking. And I'm sure there are people who are listening to this who are probably putting a note in their notes that says, get insurance, because we overlook these little details and these little things. It can affect our whole business. And, one thing that I love about the speakers that I'm bringing on is like I had one earlier with Trevor Morris, and I loved how he talked about, and, Tom Curtis earlier, and everybody was talking about their failures, because sometimes we get on here and we're talking about, what you see in Facebook groups, you see the numbers, you see, I'm doing this, and that's awesome, but it's also awesome for people to see this is a real person. He's real. I mean, he's showing you, he's opening his heart up. He's showing you his failures, the things that he's done wrong. I'm an Amazon seller too for 5 years, and, everybody thinks that I do everything right, and I don't. Everybody probably gets suspended at least once in their Amazon career.
Hey, if you don't get suspended at least once, you haven't sold hard enough.
Right. I got suspended on my account. I'll say it right here on Facebook Live. And part of it was my private label product. Here it is, my brand, and somebody ordered it and then called it inauthentic. And I had to prove to Amazon that how is this inauthentic when this is my own brand? And I had to go through
Absolutely.
it for not as long as you, Ryan, 7 months. Mine was 7 weeks, and it made my ranking go down on my private label product from it was ranked at 1,800, which those who are on Amazon, those who are not on Amazon, the closer you are to 0, the better. And that's a good rank. And anyway, when it was suspended for 7 weeks, it went up to 154,000. And
wow.
So it just, and then people came on my listing, and then it was terrible. But I could look at that and say, you know what, I'm just going to give up. I'm just not going to do this anymore. This is hard. Or you can learn from, this story and Ryan's story and know that you have to keep on going. You're going to hit walls. You're going to hit adversity. You're going to hit things that are going to make it hard for you. But you know what? You can do hard things. Ryan is a great example, living right here before you on Facebook Live, telling you, 7 months his Amazon account was shut down where he could not send stuff in and use it. That's huge. I think that's the longest I've ever heard of somebody to be. I know that the normal suspension time is usually up to 21 days is what I hear. Mine took one of them, that the one time I had that was 7 weeks, and it was terrible trying to explain to Amazon that this is my brand, it's trademarked, and this guy is on my listing selling, saying things I'm sure it was my competitor. And that's the other thing. You're going to have people in this business, guys, that don't play the game right. But you know what? Ryan said something earlier that stuck out to me, and he said, whenever, you're doing things and you're wanting to do it for the right reason and you're helping people and you're serving, that karma is going to come back to you. And so I think there's so many takeaways. I guess he had to leave again. There's so many takeaways from this Facebook Live with Ryan, and we're waiting on him to come back. And so, are you back, Ryan? Well, he'll be here in a minute. So, don't give up, do the details, be willing to help other people, be willing to serve other people. And it always comes back to you. All right, Ryan, we're running out of time, but I do want them to tell you, I do want you to tell them a little bit about Wholesale Universe and how it can help people who are interested in doing wholesale. So before we close, I want you to talk a little bit about that.
Okay. Absolutely. So at Wholesale Universe, what we do is we provide designer brand name inventory at unbeatable wholesale prices. So talking about Michael Kors, Coach, Gianni Bernini, Nine West, Ralph Lauren, Guess, all these designer brands that you're going to see inside of a big box department retail store, we've got them here at Wholesale Universe. We offer shoes, clothing, bedding, handbags, and much, much more. But we also offer an Amazon pack and ship program where we'll upload your products, pack them, prep them, and ship them directly into Amazon. We only do that, though, with women's shoes and women's clothing. It's just easy for us to get in. It sells the best, and you're getting the best deals on those products, and you're going to make the best profit margin with those products as well. So that's exactly what we do at Wholesale Universe. We can ship pallets directly to you, or we have a pack and ship program where we can ship it directly to your Amazon account. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Wholesale Universe page, or you can go to our website at www.wholesaleuniversepage.com. Enjoy. I appreciate you letting me be on here, and I look forward to being at the event.
Yes, please post those after the show in the comments so that they know. And guys,
absolutely,
we know that your time is valuable. We know Ryan's time is valuable. We thank you guys for taking a piece of your evening and being with us here live and being able to listen to this amazing speaker and person who has a heart of gold, as you can see. And he'll post his Wholesale Universe group links. You can do your Facebook group or whatever so that they know who you are. What's awesome is, he has an awesome service. You heard that. It's where it can go straight to your Amazon account. That makes things easy, be able to pick up a phone or email or order on his site, however he does it. I don't know how much more easy you can get. I need to contact you again, Ryan, and get going on that again. I've been so busy doing all my other stuff, but that's been on my list. So thank you guys.
I wish you could bring those pillows, Pat, man. Everybody loved the bamboo pillows that you had.
I'll have to give you that contact and you can put them on there. So
yeah, those were awesome to have in the store. Yeah. I want to send those up to Oklahoma. They absolutely love them down there in Houston.
It's a great product. It's a little bit hard to sell on Amazon because people don't know that it's, even though you have instructions and you say, when you get your pillow, you have to fluff it out and do a little bit of work, but people just are like, people take it on there, go, oh, the pillow's flat. And you're just like, instructions, number one. Number two, this is compressed. It came. Anyway, it's funny.
Exactly. Well, we had one at the front of the store. She always had one on display, and she would fluff it for folks, and they absolutely loved it there.
I made videos. I don't know. It's funny. But anyway, but thanks, Ryan, again for your time, your information, your enthusiasm. We're so excited to have you on stage in a few weeks. Guys, I'm going to put this link up one more time, and you'll see it on our screen right there. Time is running out. I'm telling you guys, if you do not have your tickets, I plead with you, beg with you to do it, because I don't want you to say, I listened to Ryan's Facebook Live and I wanted to get tickets and they're gone and I only can live stream. Sorry, telling you, because I am warning you right now. Every time we do one of these, it's just that much closer. And so anyway, all right, you guys take care and have a great evening. Thanks for coming on, and we will talk to you soon. See you in Houston in a few weeks. Bye, Ryan. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Julie.